Okay, so let's move to item number 8. So if Peter Ryan here, please. Hello, Peter. Tell us some good news. So item 8, we'll take it as read, but I think, do you want to give us an intro and then we'll go to questions?
Yeah, I will. Look, where to start? It can be hard to do this because bringing bad news is not always popular, but today's not one of those days. It's actually quite a pleasure to be here. I'll just step you through the table on page 2 of the report, the one with the colour blocks.
Yep.
And I'll just explain what I meant by what I just said. Community levels of service to target, a very dry phrase, but that actually summarises the work of a couple of thousand people. That's everything we do, from catching dogs to libraries to roads to whatever. Now that's currently at 90.2, with the expectation it will go up again by next month. To put that in perspective, that is our best result in delivering to the community what we said we would do for the last 20 years. Management levels of service are not quite as interesting, but it still means that the cogs behind that delivery are also working. Overall resident survey result, we'll be bringing you the resident survey next month. The data needs to be crunched and put into tables and graphs, but I can also tell you there is a wave of good news coming there as well. But that will have to wait till March. Capital projects watch list is only one project away from hitting the goal that it's supposed to do. Non-watch list projects are doing what they're supposed to do. Planning for the year ahead, so that we're feeding the entry of the capital works pipe by planning ahead. That will be green by year end. It's only 1% off. I think there's a good chance that the other planning for 28, 29 will make it as well. Value for money, we're one activity out of 38 not on track. Overall, council is of course in surplus and we're doing fine for budget. This is about all the individual components. One of them is off, but it's being looked at and there's a chance that may come right. And capital program within budget, the buffer is down to 10% below. It's a 10.9, so it's just outside. I want to put that in perspective though. That's a forecast of 500 million. That's the same as last year, but that is also as much as we've ever built in terms of core capital. So that's at the maximum end as well. So look, it's not perfect. There are still things being worked on. I know there's a lot of focus going on the plant and so forth, and everybody's working hard to make that work. But look, we haven't had any natural disasters this year so far. Staff are cracking on, and look, these are hard numbers on dials that are very hard to move. Most of these numbers these goals have been here since 2021, and they haven't looked like this over that 5-6 year period. So we're having a good year.
Very good. Thank you, Peter, for that. And so in terms of the community levels of service to target that, so the best in 20 years, was it better 21 years ago, or is that just our records?
That's where the records start, with the LTP of 2006. Yeah. So that's since these kinds of records began. Before that, it was very loose, and I'll give you a hard number. In 2005, levels of service were 45%.
Wow.
So, and I'll also add that the goals themselves have become harder. Regulations around Three Waters, NZTA oversight of roading, tougher, more detailed, DIA involvement, and much more thorough auditing from Audit New Zealand than back in the day, because I was there. Yeah.
So effectively got more structure, more accountability, and we're delivering better results.
Yes.
And you can't, you don't have the fortune cookie here, but you're saying the resident survey might be looking good for next month, or talk to us about, don't tell us if it's still being worked through, but what happens you'll come to us at F&P or
We
council
will
or-
bring the report to you at F&P
Yep.
and talk to the overall survey result for the city and then the results against individual services.
Okay,
Trends positive both ways.
brilliant.
But I'm only dealing with raw data. I can't actually give it to you right now.
Yep. Okay. So just, and I'm not prying because you'll tell us next month, but if our results are the best in 20 years, you know, is the resident survey kind of heading in that direction as well? Or?
Yes.
Brilliant. Aaron?
Yeah, so if our results are the best in 20 years, how are the other main centres tracking? Do you keep an eye on that as well, Peter?
I do, but I'll qualify it without naming any individual cities. The degree of difficulty that authorities attach to what they do varies. Some authorities just simply pick things they know they can do. So they're 100% every year. Ours have difficulty built into them.
Right. So it's not comparing apples with apples.
No.
Cool.
Okay. Yanni? And I'll move this and Aaron's happy to second it.
Yeah, thank you, and thank you for the. I mean, you know, appreciate the good work that's gone in the reporting, and it's really heartening to hear those results. I was just had a little bit of a specific question on page 91, which is around two things. One is the neighbourhood parks are provided in urban areas at a rate of at least 1.9 hectare per 1,000 population. And we're told that the budgeted CapEx project to acquire new neighbourhood parks has been put on hold by the GM. Yet, I think a number of us have got like these intensification areas, and we've actually heard some deputations this morning about the need for green space in these intensive areas of development. So I'm just wondering, like, is that having any impact on our ability to acquire new sites, or are we able to get some information about the rationale behind why that's been put on hold?
I think it might be a tough one to answer on the fly.
Yeah.
And that we might
But I'm happy to get some information.
come back to you
on
next month.
I think it would be helpful.
Yep.
Yeah.
So if we could minute that as an action, and we'll come back next month.
And then just a kind of, it's a kind of a high level question, but in terms of the measure below that, where we're doing network plans and reserve management plans, it just says we're not meeting the target, uncertain if any will be completed this year. And then it says reserve classification of reserve management plans is progressing with property unit. Big job, but it doesn't really give us a sense of what are the plans that we're working on, what are the resources required, and why are we not meeting our target? Again, I wonder, is that something that policy and planning will be looking at, or is it something that we should be addressing through here?
Are you going to come back? Yep. Cool.
Okay,
Okay,
thanks.
so it's been moved and seconded. All in favour? Aye. Against? That's carried. Great. Hey, thank you, Peter, and we look forward to we're super excited about next month. It's great.
Thank you.
Okay, let's go to the financial performance report. Bruce, so do you want to come on up?